Alen, you guys have another home game this week, another chance in front of the home crowd. What's the team feeling like with that?
Yeah, I think just overall, obviously we are not in the position that we desire or expected to be in. Now we understand the extreme level of hardship that we've had to endure with lack of player availability. So we understand it. That being said, we have a very talented technical staff, talented group of players, and collectively very, very committed to doing the work, learning from this adversity and hardships we've experienced, to make sure that we position ourselves to be in playoffs. And we've got 17 games to achieve that. And if there is a team in this league, a staff and players with the mentality and mindset to dig themselves out of this hole, it's here at San Antonio FC. And we're confident in that. And we've got 17 games again to prove that and position ourselves in playoffs. And once you're in playoffs, anything can happen. And Phoenix, who we're playing against, is a good example of that, finishing 6th place and winning a championship. So it's about making the playoffs, so that we go out and accomplish some of the goals that we set forth for ourselves and for our friends and for this organization.
Phoenix did make a coaching change. What challenge does that present? I mean, it's another game this year. Y'all had another game earlier this year where a team had changed coaches before.
Yeah. So the players aren't changing. Yes, it is one of the assistants. So I wouldn't imagine drastic changes, but we do expect some changes. So we've prepared the guys as we do with every opponent. We are relentless in our preparation. We know our game plan every single game has been spot on. Our analysis on the opponent had been exactly how the opponent comes out and plays. With this one, again, we've prepped the guys saying this is what they have been doing last 5 games. This are their trends, tendencies, individual tendencies, collective tendencies. Though they could throw a curveball based on assistant coach now, maybe some of his own ideas. The players aren't changing, but maybe some of the tactics, maybe formationally, some of those. So the guys are prepared, and that's why we're a principle-based team. If they apply different formation, well, we apply our principles irrespective of formation that they put forth.
Yeah. Last week, you did get some guys back on limited minutes from injury. Do you have more maybe coming back this week, or what's the status?
Yeah, Kevin is back from international duty, which is massive for us. For me, he's the best holding midfielder in this league, so that's a great addition. A few of the guys that, we're still very thin, is the best way to put it. And a couple of guys that will be in the 18-man lineup again are very limited minutes. So it's on paper a player's back, but proved for 15 minutes is a little bit different than actually 100% ready to go and push as long as they're performing. But listen, we've experienced this hardship, so we know how to adapt. Again, you guys heard me say this over 5 years. We don't make any excuses. Is it challenging? Yes, it is. But we expect to put on a great performance tomorrow and get 3 points. And again, if we go back to New Mexico, we controlled New Mexico, and data supports my statement. Outshot them, outpossessed them, out everything that's before the red card and after the red card. So there's no full control of the game. If you look at some of the goals conceded, these are massive individual errors. Individual players have to learn from those and make sure that's corrected. But we were in full control. We were the better team, and that's New Mexico is the number 1 team in the conference. And I can say that, yes, I understand we lost. I get that, but we were in full control of that game.
Speaking of control, you guys have held leads fairly often over the last couple of months, but only one's been able to see it out to a win. How do you sort of change that going forward? How do you make it to where you guys are able to hold on to those leads and get 3 points or at least come away with one?
So it's 2-part to that. Go back to what I've mentioned, which is a fact, right? The hardship of lack of player availability. When you have a deeper roster, you're also able to put in fresh legs. which allows you then, gives you a better position. There's clear fatigue of 4 or 5 guys that had to play every minute in so many games in such a short duration of time. That's when mistakes start to happen, right? Or guys don't fill in certain spaces. It's not their fault. They're human beings, not robots. When you have enhanced or you have greater player availability, you're also able to make some key substitutions that can maintain the level and standards. And when you're able to do that, you have a better chance of seeing out games. I don't think there's any rocket science behind it.
Thanks, Alen.
All right.